And you are live, it says on the screen. So we're live. Hey, welcome 2.0 family to our live tonight. And where are we at? We are all the way out in Colorado. And there's Ruff. And there's Stitch. So we are here tonight. And I got to get I can't get my comments up. It disappeared. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just lean forward. So it's going to be a little different because I'm not in the studio, so I can't really scroll too much with comments because we got the camera sitting over here. And yeah, but we got Maha to talk about, and we've got upcoming videos to talk about. And I saw Elric the Blackheart. Hey, brother, how you doing? And we got Debbie Hills, and there's Mike. We got squirrels already. Yeah. And yeah, everybody say hi to Stitch. There he is.
Howdy.
We got Stitch mic'd up and me mic'd up, so we're ready to go. All right. I'm trying with my eyes going, ooh, I'm looking down. It doesn't scroll for me. Why is it not scrolling? I'm scrolling. Yeah, it won't scroll for me. It keeps going to something because every time I touch the screen.
Well, you tap this and now that's activated, so you got to undo it.
Undo.
And
Okay.
then you can scroll.
All righty. Thank you much.
Don't touch those buttons on the side.
No, that's why I was holding it at the bottom here.
He's borrowing my iPhone, and he doesn't know how to operate it.
No, I'm Android, but maybe I was touching it too long on things. Yeah. So this is there's Dennis. Hey, Dennis, here we go. All right. Maria, we've got DJ Magic Man, which is also Homeless Santa. You guys saw Homeless Santa when we were at Maha. So he's in that video. And he was eating a big Thor hammer. So I had originally thought it was a tomahawk steak, but no, that thing was huge. Did you eat all that same night? I never got a chance to ask you if you finished it, but that was a big steak. Yeah, it was. Maybe if somebody comments down near the bottom, if you're closer to the bottom, if I say something, you can.
I'll see what I can do, and I'm trying to catch up.
Oh, yeah.
No, unfortunately, I've got to reset this. So you just keep going.
Keep it going. Oh, we got some hearts going up.
Yeah, you're right. Almost Santa squirrel.
The squirrel. Hey, Randy. Hey, Leonard's got 3 question marks. So if you do have a question, go ahead and put 3 question marks up. I know Leonard doesn't. This isn't a question, but yesterday was 100 degrees. Today is 63. Yeah, so in Oklahoma. Wow. So this morning, Stitch what was it here?
39.
39. So big difference. All right. So I spent, after I got done with Maha, I spent a day or two at the house just getting things together and then headed over in this direction. And I actually got here a day earlier than what I had planned. My plan was to get here today, ended up getting here yesterday, a day ahead of schedule, but had a nice trip across the United States. Well, not all the way across, but I ended up driving the first day. I just drove 8 hours and went to my son's, who's over in Ohio, spent the night, and then he left for work. I said goodbye and I got in the car and started driving. The next thing you know, I was in Kansas. So about 16 or 17 hours of driving. And then I thought, well, I'll just pull over at a rest stop, spend the night. So that's what I did. I spent the night at a rest stop, didn't film any of that. And I was a couple days ahead of schedule at that point. And so I woke up in the morning and thought, I should film something. So there is a video coming out Thursday of me doing whatever I did for that video. And it's just a kind of no planned video. It was so anybody that is a member, I made it member only before because they give you an option to go member only if you're not going to premiere it. Now I can always change that because I believe like 24 people watched it. So if you did watch it, let me know how much you liked it. And I know you guys were commenting on it as well. So I ended up going to a butcher shop. Then, oh my goodness, what else did I do? I'm frazzled. I forget what I did.
You went to a butcher shop.
Yeah. Oh, then I went and cooked
And you cooked
something
on the side of the road.
beautiful sunset, and then then I went overnight again, and then I went to a place called Mount Sunflower, which is the highest point, a high point, which is the highest point in Kansas. So I went up there, filmed, and ended the video up there as well. So if I talk too long, this time's out. Yeah. So I'm just gonna talk because that's kind of tough because I can have trouble seeing it too.
Yeah.
So
right.
anyhow, so Maha was amazing. So if you've never gone to a hammock hang, definitely consider going to one. And when I filmed that video down there, it was I was filming it a little different. I was filming it in with the mindset of someone who never went before. What would they like to see, and walk around? What is it all about? What takes place on a hammock hang? Tried to give the sense of community because it is a huge sense of community. You can know absolutely no one and just show up. And I forget who it was. They had commented that their very first hammock event that they had gone to, they went just for the day on a Saturday, but when they got there, so many people said, "Hey, stay the night," and there was no phone reception. So he wanted to let his wife know that he would have stayed, but he would have had to drive halfway home to get phone reception. So it just didn't work out. And that he said that was back in 2018. But there are so many people that bring extra gear because I think in that video, Spaguyver had 3 hammocks, and then he set up 3 hammocks. Well, he set up 2 and was thinking of just had the extra one. But there's so many people with extra gear. I know people that tell me that they take 2 and 3 different hammocks and just not sure which one they're going to use when they're there. But how did you guys like the video? Hopefully you enjoyed it and if you've never been to a hammock event, hopefully it gave you a good perspective, kind of, even if you're shy, just show up and plan on just going for the day. So if you're on here and you were at the hammock event, maybe comment about being at the hammock event. I know Homeless Santa was on there. It's really hard for me to see any of the comments, but I see Dixie Cup there. I see Darling Good there. Oh, and I'm seeing lots of smiley faces and stuff. It's really far away, so I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. And Stitch, are you getting
No,
caught up?
I'm trying to cover for you here. So look at that. That's not going to go out. So
okay.
read those. Don't mess with it.
Don't mess with it
Like you did.
So I can just go. Yeah, I have terrible time seeing. Hey, Rebecca Wall, how are you doing? There's Tiny Camper. There you go. Josh and Jen. And there's a lot of Stitches in here. Oh, I wonder where he's at. Yeah, I got him mic'd up and he doesn't have a chance to talk yet. Let's see. Good times. There's Robert. Hey, Robert. There's Annette. There's Scott and Kyle and Gene. Hey, Gene. We got, let's see. It was a good video, even though you didn't take. Oh, okay. Yeah. So in the video, when I go up to, that's coming up on Thursday. So when I go to the mailbox, there's a mailbox there. Ooh.
No, that's not going to work.
It won't stay big. So Mike Mike's it was commenting on the video that he got a chance to see early. It was good, even though I didn't take the beer in the mailbox. So there's a registry that you get to sign, and there's probably that thick of people that had gone there. Believe it or not, there was 3 people, 3 different sets of people that had gone there in the morning before I got there. And I was like, oh, I'm driving in the middle of nowhere. I think I even put up a little member video like, hey guys, look at this. I'm in the middle of nowhere. And I was in the middle of nowhere. But let's see. Oh, Van Girl. There's Darling Good. We got Becca Walls. Small Town Adventures. Hey. Alrighty. So we do have a lot planned. Annette. Oh. Yeah, my eyes aren't good. Hey, Jim. Yeah. So we have a lot planned. In fact, we were just kind of figuring different things out. So the reason I'm out here in Colorado is because Stitch and I are going camping. We're going to do, and Ruff, we're going to do a couple camps. And we're also, because when I was out here last year, I think that was April, about April.
Yeah,
when I was here last time.
April or the end of March, I forget which.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Lisa, so you should say.
Ah, there's Honey. So, hey, hon, how are you doing? So, yeah. Oh, I don't want to touch anything. Yep, I see her pop up on the bottom there. So, hey, Joseph Kelly. So we're planning on everybody saying hi to Lisa. Yeah. Big kisses. Yeah, too. So, one of the things. No, what was I going to talk about? So, when I was out here in April, end of March, early April, we tried to get up to Pikes Peak a couple times. We kept watching the weather, and it was snowed. There was no access because of all the snow. And we tried for a couple days, just kept looking at it and seeing, oh, is it going to be good to drive up there? So the plan is we're thinking of doing that tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So tomorrow. So you want to give a little highlight of what that's going to be like?
We're going to drive up Pikes Peak tomorrow.
Oh,
so that's your highlight.
That's my highlight. So there's something. What did you say? Crags?
Yeah, the Crags.
The Crags. Okay. And so the Crags, we're going to stop there, but I'm planning on doing a video of us going to Pikes Peak because I didn't get a chance to do that before. So getting up there, and then it's supposed to be not clear skies, but we've been watching the skies. There's tomorrow, which is Monday, and then there's also Tuesday, which is but we're looking at probably Monday is going to be the day.
Yeah, I think
that
Monday.
We go.
I think Monday will be good.
So I'm thinking we'll look at the Crags on the way up there. And is that the same place? It's called Devil's
Playground.
Devil's Playground.
Yeah, that's on the way up to Pikes Peak. So it's en route.
En route.
But yeah, you can do a hike from the Crags, which is on the west side of Pikes Peak. So it's the back side of Pikes Peak, and you can hike up to Devil's Playground. In theory, there's not a trail that goes to Pikes Peak, but it's really 2 miles of walking on the boulders, across. So there's no actual trail, but people, I've done it in the past. So, and lots of people have. So you can go up 2 ways. That's unless you drive or you take the Cog Railway.
Yeah, the Cog Railway, and that goes all the way to the top. So I've never been to the top, but we've been looking at the live cam. They actually had snow there yesterday.
Yep.
And
last night, actually.
Last night.
Think, yeah.
So yesterday was a half marathon, which is called
the Ascent.
The Ascent.
Yeah.
Which you've run before, right?
I did, long time ago when I could run. Yeah.
Okay. So that was yesterday, and then today was this the full marathon, which is 13.1 up and then 13.1 down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. That's just
They start in Manitou Springs
Manitou.
to make it actually work the correct distance. So
Okay.
it starts in Manitou, you run along the road, and then you hit Bar Trail, and you go up Bar Trail all the way to the top, and then turn around and run back down. If that's your thing.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
Yeah. I can't run.
Yeah.
Oh, what we got? Some more comments. Hey, there's RNRV Chronicles. Say, Dave. Yeah. So Dave's over in Arizona. He was saying his temperature was cooled off a little bit today. It was like 90 something. So it wasn't in the triple digits this time. Yeah. If you see something, I can't. Victory shout. NZ from New Zealand. So Dean, I don't know if he's in here or not, but Dean was down and he was getting his staples removed. His daughter was removing the staples from his shin. Now, the only reason they did it is because he had injured himself, and he explained it. He was stepping up onto a little rock ledge, and it scraped open. His foot slipped, and it scraped open his shin. So before they had left on the trip, it was all planned and stuff. They did staples, and his daughter, being in nursing school, second year, decided that they had everything to do it because they brought it along because they knew by the time they got back to New Zealand, it'd be long past due. So they decided to remove it while they were at Maha. So that gave us an experience to see a little bit of Canadian medicine. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Let's see. Tony got static hair, says Randy. So I decided not to wear a hat tonight for the first time in a long time. I'm always wearing hats. Yeah. So I think I went hatless tonight. Jeff says, hello, everyone checking in from Northeastern PA. Well, glad you're checking in there, Jeff. How are you doing tonight? All right, let's see. Says, hi, Dave. So a lot of people talking back and forth. Hey, Chuck, how are you doing? And Out of Bounds in here. Who else we got? There's Maria again. Awesome. Yeah, so it's a little harder for me when I'm not in the studio. I kind of got used to doing it because I got my computer and I can click on people and things like that and throw stuff up on the screen. So it's just going to be a little different. Hey, Rick, is Rick Thomas. How are you doing? So the idea is tomorrow is we're going to do Pikes Peak and then come back, kind of get set up. And we've got 2 camping trips planned. The first one's going to be because we're going to take Ruff with us. And that's going to be
Wednesday.
Yeah. So we're going to do Wednesday. We're going to do that. So that'll be a video probably encompassed on that camping trip. And we were just bouncing things back and forth about what we're going to cook on. But you will have your truck and trailer. And what kind of trailer is that?
It's an off-grid trailer, Pando 2.
Ooh, nice.
So it's a teardrop.
But
it's an
nice.
off-road teardrop. So.
And then we'll take the truck. Yep. And some firewood.
Yep. Take some firewood.
We're going to have some firewood. Yeah. And it is supposed to warm up more. Like today's high was only like 53.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
If that. We had 7-8 mile an hour winds, but all the clouds blew out pretty much.
Yep. It's cleared off now. There's
nice.
Still some down south I can see, but
yeah,
for the most part, it's starting to clear off nicely.
Yeah. So Pikes Peak is just right out that window, which you could see yesterday, but then more towards the afternoon. Then we had rain last night. You couldn't see it at all. It disappeared. And I was hoping to show, in fact, when I was driving in, I could see it while I was driving, and then slowly the top disappeared. And then by evening, it was all gone. And we had a big storm that rolled in. It wasn't as bad as what they were saying.
No. Fortunately, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna camp Wednesday, and that'll be an overnight with the trailer. And plan is we're gonna go again. What Friday?
Friday. Right.
And Friday's camp, we're just gonna do backpacks.
Yeah.
So we'll do straight hammock camping Friday.
Yeah.
And then we'll do another Sunday night live next Sunday.
Yeah, my wife has a work trip and we can't leave the dog with anybody. So instead of just 2 hammock camps, we're going to do 1 camper camp so I can take the dog with me.
Which is going to be really cool because you guys get this, you'll get to see Ruff because Ruff's going to be in the video, going to be camping with us. And I never got to camp with Ruff before. You've sent me pictures of you and Miss Stitch.
Most of the time she enjoys camping. So we'll see how she does this time.
Yeah, because she is what, 14?
14, yep.
14 years old. Yeah. Be 14 again.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, maybe not. Yeah. Not to have any worries. Yeah. Oh, we got Darling gave us some arrows. What do we have a question? Would that be Randy? I went up to Pikes Peak in 77, flew out of Denver the day Elvis died. Oh, wow. Oh, where's the bacon? Okay, that's the question. But yeah, 77, is that when Elvis died? I guess my wife would know. Miss 2.0 would know. I wouldn't know. No.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
you're using all my instruments that I would ordinarily use to answer all these questions.
Oh, so. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you read me the question?
No, this is working out better this way. Yeah.
Well, that way you get to talk more. Dixie Cup's got a question. Hey, Tony, is that where the Devil's Tower is from Close Encounters? No, that's up in
so Wyoming. You went there.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't remember the state. Yeah. So when I left here, when I was here back in end of March, early April, I phoned home and phone home. Close Encounters.
That's ET. You're talking
right.
About.
Oh, that's ET. Okay. Well, anyhow, so when there's a squirrel shirt. Yeah. So I called Lisa because I was working my way back west, and she goes, you ought to run up the Devil's Tower. And I said, well, I don't know. I said, that's 2 states up and 1 state west. I said, I'm trying to come east. She goes, well, you'll never be there that close again.
Is Devil's Tower yeah, no, is it in Wyoming? I think it is.
Yeah. So I was in South Dakota. Let's see if someone says phone home. Hey, Tony Lonzo, how are you doing? All right. So I ended up leaving here because I went to the Mammoth dig site up there. And then I left there, went through, I don't remember where that was at. And then over to Devil's Tower and spent some time with Frank Sanders there. He's climbed Devil's Tower twice. No, over
twice.
2,000 times. I was thinking twice, but no, over 2,000 times, taking people up to the top of Devil's Tower. Yeah, we get squirrely. Oh, yeah. Hey, Tony.
South Dakota. Thanks, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was very north Wyoming or South Dakota. So yeah, it is South Dakota.
Okay,
close to the border.
I remember because there's a viewing site probably about, you're still like 5 miles out. There's a viewing center. It was pitch black out, and I just pulled into this viewing area. turned the car off, climbed in the back of the Subaru, and in the morning when I woke up, I could see Devil's Tower. That was a neat experience. Let's see, but I didn't know I was that close when I pulled in to go to sleep. South Dakota Dix Cup, yeah. Jim Wade. Hey Tony, and enjoyed the hammock video very much. So yeah, I kept wanting to say hang con in that video just because any kind of hammock hang now for me is hang con. Oh, must be 9 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6:30.
Close to.
So that was my first time ever at Caledonia State Park, and I know next year there was a couple spots that I saw right next to the creek when I walked around the second day on Saturday, or the first day I was there. No, I don't remember now, but I saw a couple spots that oh yeah, I guess it was Saturday. A couple spots. I'm like, oh, if I get back here, I'm coming early because I want to hang my hammock right there next to the water. I think that'd have been really cool. But a lot of stuff given away on the raffle. And I had my eyeball on the chameleon and also that camo tarp, but I didn't win a mug. So
You did.
yeah, the Syntax 77 mug. So Syntax 77, he was one of the early YouTube videos that I ever watched because when Miss 2.0 and I went out to Arizona like 6 years ago, we had come back, but we hiked the Peralta Trail while we were there. And it must have been like 2 years later once I found out what YouTube was, because Lisa's like, yeah, you should look it up on, see if there's a Peralta Trail on there. And I found Syntax 77. Him and his wife flew out of Philadelphia to Arizona, hiked that trail. They did a big loop though. It was a two-day hike. And so I hit sub to him. I haven't watched too many of his videos, but he does a lot of camping videos and gear videos. Getting a laugh out loud. A sign of old age, Darlene says, is when the memory goes. I laugh out loud. I blame the squirrels. Yeah. So if you do have a question, and direct your questions towards Stitch, anything you want to know. Squirrel. So, like I said, the idea was to get out here on Sunday and then come out here. And Stitch and I talked about this trip when we were up in the Adirondacks last year. But earlier, no, that was last year. Actually, it was the same week as this. It was October. Well, it was October 1st and 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, no, it's about like a week or so after this.
Yeah.
No, you missed your anniversary.
Yes. So my anniversary.
How come I remember his anniversary and all this stuff?
We just had to talk about that today earlier. Yeah. So Miss 2.0 and I, our anniversary is October 2nd. And last year I was at the Adirondacks because we had planned a trip up with Alpine Warrior up in the Adirondacks, and you flew into Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
We went over and picked you up, and then we spent, how many days did we spend together? But in the process of doing that, that's when we talked about, you said, come out in October or late September, early October.
Yeah, this is a nice time to be out here.
Yeah.
Most of the heat's gone. The aspens are turning.
Yeah.
So it's a nice time of year to be out here.
I'm looking forward to seeing the aspens turn, because when I was driving through before, last March when I came and stopped at Stitch's, he was my travel guide telling me how to get to Mesa Verde. I should get there, go through Durango, Ouray.
Yeah.
That's
$1 million highway.
yeah. And that was actually shut down a couple days before it was open to where I could go through. I saw a road crew that came through. If you've never seen the travel videos, check them out. There's quite a few, but the $1 Million Highway is one of the ones of the travel videos that actually did pretty good. People still watch that one. I should figure stuff out. Hey, Kyle. So Kyle was having trouble putting. So Kyle, I went to see Kyle the day before I went to Maha. He has had a house in Maine, sold his house, bought a camper, and was planning on traveling. So I had said, whenever you're coming through Pennsylvania, let me know. So he was coming through Pennsylvania between the 11th and 12th, and I said, hey, what day would you like me to come over? Oh, wait, rough. Yeah, there's Ruff coming over for pets. Yeah, and the camera can't see it. See her.
Ruffy, stick your head up.
So Darlene's asking, Stitch, do you fly much?
Yeah, do I fly much? It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I don't know. You mean commercially or personally?
Well, how about both?
I used to fly personally quite a bit, I used to fly commercially quite a bit, but not so much as now. As we got this, yeah. Now you can see her.
All good.
Yeah, I got this little girl.
She slid in for a double rub.
Yeah.
Double pet. Yeah.
Stay away from the.
Yeah, today actually we had a fire. Stitch made a fire in the wood stove, so we had a fire going, and I can still feel some of the heat. So Stitch. Last time I was out here, I actually didn't get it on film, but you have a plane
I do.
that you flew a lot around the area. Yeah, what kind of plane is it?
It's a Yak. It's a Russian training aircraft, or it was Soviet, really, is what it is. So, but
red and white.
Yeah, DOSAF colors. Hey, monkey.
Man, let's see. Oh, Scott's asking a question. Tony, are you sure you don't have your eye on the accoutrement, as West Wing likes to say? So this guy's an amazing cook. We just had pork butt that he smoked early, put on the smoker early this morning. How long did that take?
I think it went, well, yeah. I think it went on around 7 o'clock, and we ate at around 4. So, yeah. However long, do the math on that.
Right. Yeah. And so I did film him pulling it apart. So I'm planning on. So I did a couple little clips like that because I'm planning on throwing a couple clips maybe in our trip to Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
And back. Good. Gives them things to talk about in that video. Let's see. Did I miss any other questions about that one?
Yeah, apologies, Darlene, if I didn't answer your question correctly. Sorry.
Richard, I can see it on here. So Richard, thank you so much for that super chat saying party on. Well, that was great. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Northwest Wingo, accoutrement. Yeah, but thank you so much, Robert or Richard. I just saw Robert up here. Let's see, Ruff. Yeah, so you guys can see Ruff now. Good. Hey, Mike Chili, how are you doing? Eskimo Schultz. Can you say hi to my mom, Vonda? She's a big fan, please, and thank you. Yes. So, hi, Mom Vonda. How are you doing? Great to see you on here, and I appreciate you being a big fan. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. All right. Let's see. I'm going to look for the arrows. want swim hot springs in Colorado, says Leonard. Yeah, there's a lot of hot springs. I know you tried to get me to stop at a hot spring when I overnighted on near Buena Vista.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, I got one of the sayings right. The
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went from Mesa Verde over to the Great Sand Dunes and got stuck at Great Sand Dunes for a couple days. Really, really high winds. And I was stuck there because I couldn't upload anything to get off my phone so I could keep going, because it was going to be the next trip was to come out and head towards Buena Vista. And Stitch mentioned about going to a parking area up there. Parking area up there to do an overnight outside of Buena Vista, and I actually drove through that town as well. Beautiful little town. What is there anything interesting about the town that you can think of?
In Buena Vista?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I know that coffee shop at the end of town
Yeah.
that you said it'd stop at.
Yeah,
I got a
it's
coffee.
changed names. I can't
Has
remember
it?
what it is now, but yeah. Yeah,
But-
that was a good one.
A really neat town. But Silverton, I loved Silverton. So when I did that trip before, you were saying about going to Durango and taking a train out of Durango to
Right.
Silverton.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been a really cool trip. But actually, the day that I was there, they were in between seasons, which doesn't last long. But it just so happened that I went through there. That's why Silverton, when I stopped there and I was going to get something to eat, they were like, "Oh, we have." Oh, I stopped at a little pizza thing, and they said, "Oh, well, we got a one in the freezer we can heat up for you." I was like, "No, I just thought I would buy something being in here," but I went into the little grocery store there. It's got all the weathered wood siding and really neat. I went up to the museum. They've got a little museum up there, and it was closed, but there was a lot of snow coming over Redmond Pass. And I think I got as high as 11,000 feet. So Pikes Peak is going to be, what, 14,100 and some feet?
It's over 14,000.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get some good footage of up there. Plan is to do some of the drive up there, things like that. Yeah, that's going to be a cool video. Yeah, very, very cool. I'm looking out the window. If you're wondering where I'm looking at, I'm looking out the window, trying to see if I can see the mountain, but still a little bit of no. Have to wait for the video.
I'd have to try to get up and move this thing to film it for folks, and
Yeah,
he's going to fall over, and
yeah, I would.
it's just going to be a mess. It's best that he just sits in that chair.
Cure for Parkinson's. How are you doing tonight? Let's see. Nice dog, says Leonard. Yep, Ruff is a great dog. Last year when I was out here, I laid on the floor with Ruff. Stitch snapped a little picture of that, sent it to me. So Dennis has got a question. Let's see. Where's the third amigo? Laugh out loud. So the plan was, well, the initial early plan was that Alpine and I would both fly out, but he's got a lot going on right now, so I'm unable to make a trip. But I want him to go to HangCon one of these times too, because HangCon's great. That's over the Martin Luther King holiday weekend, so it's 5 full days, 4 nights, and registry is all ready. So that's Stitch and I were just talking about maybe some of the plans of doing that. Maybe getting a hold of Rewild and Outdoors, and maybe doing him flying a day early, and we
Maybe. Well, we
Yeah.
have to convince
oh
him
yeah we
to
do gotta-
invite us.
Maybe we can do that. Convince him. We got from now until January to convince him.
Yeah.
But it'd be better if we had plans.
No,
set.
I'll drop
Yeah.
him.
Yep. So that's where the third amigo is back up in the Adirondacks. Yeah, right now. Hey, Hammock Mountain, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Daniel. Hello, 2.0 security in chat. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Jake, the Oregon boy. There you go. Tony, I just got on. I see you are in good company out in God's country. Absolutely, says Jake, the Oregon boy. Yeah, I'm in very good company. Ruff's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm in great
I
company.
agree.
Yeah, I'm in great company. Yeah, I'm glad I got to see Ruff this time. That she didn't. I'm glad. That's really
She's
cool.
an old girl. She's had some medical issues, and
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah, we can't leave her with a kennel or with friends or anything like that. So either myself or my wife has to be with her at all times. So
yeah,
that's kind of where we're at.
yeah. But even compared to last year, you know, I didn't think. Thinking of last year to this year and thinking me coming out this year, I didn't know that she would be here.
Yeah,
She's
no,
really doing
no, she.
hanging in there. But
Yeah,
you
you
guys,
visited. She had just gone through chemo, so she was not feeling as peppy. But
right?
she's still an old girl.
Oh,
So
she has her puppy moments.
she does.
Yeah, and then she lays down.
And then right now she's a dog rug,
Yes,
so
just
which is
laying.
fine.
Yeah,
She does dog rug really well nowadays.
she's an awesome dog. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, there's those arrows. I got that question. Let's see. Hey, Scott. Seeing your dog reminds me of a radio personality here in Alabama named Charlie Gilmore, who used to advertise his dog food called Rough and Tough. Oh, that's cool. Very, that's neat. Randy says we just watched Cat Gregory do a video on a Durango train. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the idea was Stitch said, "Hey, you should go down and just take the train up from Durango to Silverton." You guys have taken that before, right?
We have not. No.
Oh no.
No, we haven't had a chance.
Okay.
But I know a lot of folks that have. They've all
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and I thought you might enjoy it on your way across because
Yeah.
it's just the scenery is pretty spectacular. So
Yeah, and
it's an old narrow gauge line that ran up to Silverton. So
yeah, and you go up. I know you were saying like they go up and they have lunch and then take the train back.
yeah, basically train goes up there, and then they got there's a little town there that kind of turns on during tourist season.
Silverton.
Although there's people that live there year round.
Yeah, so when I was there wasn't many people there, and they had said about it being in between.
Yeah, shoulder season. Yeah,
they have snow. It was
skiing.
all skiing.
No, they've got skiing up there as well.
And
Yeah.
snowmobiling, and then it was going to switch to more summer activities where they've got hiking and things. So I was just right there in the small window.
Shoulder season, as they call it.
Shoulder season. Stitch, how is Ruff doing? Says Darling.
Yeah, I think I kind of answered that.
Yeah.
She's doing as good as she can be. She's much better now. I guess that's what Tony's point about seeing her last year.
Yeah.
She had just come off of chemo. She was very scraggly and not super good, but she's done quite well since then. So
yeah. And I can say I camped Ruff.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm planning on doing a video of your camper. I may do a video just of the camper by itself too. I have to think about it because I'll probably do like,
You're
yeah.
going to have to see whether or not it's going to be that interesting before you decide to commit to doing a video about my camper.
True.
But I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
But you're going to be talking
Being
about it.
invaded
Oh,
again.
you came over and licked me. Hey, Ruff. So, that's in squirrel. So, I know I kept saying adventure wallet. So Scott Goodwin of Soul. See that? Oh, Soul Gear. So remember when in that Maha video I said about having that split ridge line. So he had sent me a couple of them, and I brought one out for Stitch to try. But this is the Soul Gear. He's not. It's not to market or anything. He's just working through the bugs, making sure he's got everything together. That he said he's kind of a perfectionist, so he'll probably just got to go do it, But it does have Dyneema line. What is a yellow one? That's pretty. So Dyneema line, a carbon fiber thermoplastic tree hook, right there, and then this is the ball that he came up with for tightening and loosening the line, and I don't think it really translated very much when I was pointing to it in the video, but I didn't want to talk about it too much. But he ships it like this, so you can run this through a tarp, and then you put it, if you want to keep it attached to your tarp all the time. If not, you can just thread this in and just leave it on a loop, and then attach it a different way. But that's Dyneema shock cord on the end, and he was telling me that he went with the Dyneema shock cord, so he could like it would hold up better and not stretch out. Squirrel. Oh, let's see. Okay, that was that question. I got an arrow there from Dixie Cup.
Oh, Emma Brown.
Oh, hey, Emma Brown. Haven't seen you in a little while. Hope you are doing very good. Emma, we're using the microphones.
We are.
Yes, that Emma Brown had bought for the channel. Thank you very much, Emma. They've come and made a huge difference. And I know Mary and Johnny D. Torres aren't on here, but aren't in the chat right now. But I want to say hi to Mary and Johnny D. Torres. That kind of pulls them out of the woodwork, so they say hi.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah, but I know they are always watching.
Always watching.
Cool, been busy. I was just thinking about you today. I was thinking about you, and I was going to mention it to Stitch early. So I'm glad you popped on here. I was hoping you were doing good, and but busy. Let's see. Okay, that was that question. Bought me so Cure for Parkinson's says bought me a Dezen electric pan for camping. Love it. Oh, that's so awesome. So that's the car camping pot that I use. It's a Dezen. And if you want to know, and I know Kyle bought one too, but in any video that I do, you can see the Amazon storefront. You can also see like SUV camping. There's a little tab, and you can go into that and click that.
Hi, Mary.
And what's that?
I said hi, Mary.
And there, we did pull you out of the woodwork there, Mary. How are you doing, Mary? And I know Johnny's watching too. Oh, and there's Johnny. Hi, Tony and Stitch. But that Dezen pan is really amazing. So heats up very, very quick, and I do the burger in there with the eggs. Oh, let's see. Kyle says if Tony had a nickel for all of us who've picked up Dezen's pot, he'd probably have enough to trade up for a quarter, right? That's true. Yeah, and I know Kyle is saying he uses his a lot. He said it works out really good, and it just wipes right out. That's what I really like about it. No, Ruff.
I saw old and crack-a-dated on, so I figured I'd grab
Oh, hey,
grab
old and
this
crack and dated.
off the wall just to show him. It's my mountain dulcimer that I've had for 50 years, maybe 40 years, 45 years, something like that. Made for me in Tennessee.
Oh, you gonna play
No, I'm not going to play it,
it?
and I'm not going to pull out all my guitars to
Yeah.
share with him,
Or
or my sitar. But I saw his video. He's rebuilding a soundboard and doing some other work and stuff, and he's working on a speaker cabinet. And he just got a new guitar amp for stuff. And for whatever reason, I saw my mountain dulcimer, and I thought he'd get a kick out of seeing that. So there you go, old crack and dated.
Oh, that is cool. And that was made for you in Tennessee.
Yeah. It's like I guess those are walnuts that are shaved down.
Oh, I can
for
see
your
that.
sound holes and stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
that is really cool.
Sorry to
Squirrel.
wait. Yeah, I gotta pick up the squirrel thing.
The squirrel's rubbing off.
Yeah. Well, I saw that. Hey, I saw old and crack-a-dated, so I figured
Yeah. Hi, old and crack and dated. I saw his name too. I was just getting ready to say
share
hi.
that with you.
Yeah.
And for Dixie Cup and Maria here, that's for me.
Right.
So sorry.
Get the squirrel.
All right, off you go.
Hello from England, says Y. It's just Y. Hello from England. So I am saying the name right. Y. Just a Y, letter Y. And but all the way from England. What cheers in England? What do they say? Like, is it cheers? I don't know what I'm doing. Just I know. Because I know howdy mate is in hey mate, that's Australia, mate, but I know they do something in
cheers is
England.
kind of a thanks in a
Okay.
British thing, but it is as many English speaking.
Hey Freddie Moss, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in the comments up above, so I'm just seeing you now. So I'm saying hi. Let's say, hey Freddie, let's see. I can't go to HangCon. I'm working. Oh man, Dixie Cup. That would be really cool if you could. I've got two Dutch mirrors. One I built for my wife. Dulcimers. What did I call it?
Dutch mirrors, I think.
I did, because the L looked like a T. I'm like my eyes are a little blurry, and I'm going to blame it on the elevation, because I usually live at 576 feet above sea level. So if I seem a little bit more squirrelier, well, I'm at 7,000 right now.
Just generally squirrely. Anyway.
I am going to get one of those oxygen things. I only saw those out here when I was out here before. I only saw that.
They have them at the grocery stores and whatnot.
Yeah, I do have bear spray that I bought from Miss 2.0 when we went camping.
Well,
do I need bear spray?
Only if you open up a can of sardines.
Ooh, I don't have any sardines.
Good.
On me. Okay.
No fish.
No fish.
They'll sniff that one out
really
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, Homeless Santa still need to register for HangCon. Me too. So this year, HangCon, it's $25, but you actually get 5 raffle tickets, I believe, with the $25 this year. And then you can make contributions too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can buy as many raffle tickets.
Yeah, and you can just make a contribution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Gene says HangCon location, only about 7-hour drive south for me. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Yeah, there we go. Why I said cheers, mate. So I guess we use cheers in England too. Let's see.
No, he's right.
Yeah. Gas price in Oklahoma, $247.09.
Yeah.
$2.47 regular gas and $3.09 for premium, probably. Yeah, the gas price is coming across. I was $3.50, $3.48 in Pennsylvania when I headed this way. The lowest I got gas was $2.98. But I stopped at multiple places because I only let the car get down to around half a tank, and then if I'm going by a gas station or see one off of Route 70, because I came out Route 70 right out of Dayton, Ohio, and I just started heading this way, and I went through Indiana, Illinois. So Illinois was first, I think, then Indiana. Then next thing you know, Kansas. And the first part of Route 70 in Oklahoma, it's a toll road. So I see the toll where you drive through and then they bill you. And I'm like, oh my goodness, is 70 going to be the whole way toll the whole way across Kansas? But it's not. It maybe 20 miles of it, and then it veers south.
No, it's just around Kansas City.
Is it around Kansas?
Yeah, to Topeka, close to there.
Yeah,
it's
section. Weird because I was like, Kansas City? Oh man, Kansas? No, and no.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah. Oh, I went through Missouri too. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow, I drove from Ohio to Kansas because I was losing hours because the time kept changing, and I thought, oh, I don't want to stop just after driving 8 hours. It was only, I think I looked and it was like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, but I forgot I jumped an hour, lost an hour, but gained in it. Lost an hour coming out. So it was moving as I was going, and then it kept getting later. And I had a lot on my mind. I was thinking, Kyle says, if gas is $2.47 in Oklahoma, then I need to seriously think my route out west. Yeah, so Kyle, his plan is to work his way out to California and then do 3 months in Southern California there at a camp that he found out there that he can do for a month to month. Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So I went to see Kyle on the 12th. Got to spend some time with him, and he was having trouble posting on our Facebook because he took a picture of us together, and I said, "Hey, post that on our Facebook family page." And he tried, and it wouldn't let him do it. And then he tried again. Gave him 2 strikes or something like that. Wouldn't let him do it. And I said, "Well, there's nothing that I can find in the back to try to let it go." I didn't know why. And just a couple days ago, he had said he had changed the wording. They must not like. I didn't see anything wrong with the wording, but I didn't know that Facebook did that. Hey, M&T Living, how are you all doing?
They just finished. Are you still on a cruise, or did you finish your cruise? They'll answer. You can just press on.
Yeah.
But I've been watching their videos from their cruise, and they were having a good time.
Were they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Maria says $2.19 in Illinois. Why? At least for me, or at least by you. Yeah, when I went through Illinois, I didn't see it that low, but I think that's where I got the 289. So I think closer to say like the main interstate, it's going to be higher because they've got like a kind of a select group that doesn't want to get off and drive further to get gas, so they see it along the interstate. It's always going to be higher. Let's see. Yes, thank you for watching. Yeah, if you guys want to see them on a cruise, go check their video and channel out. Yeah. Ooh, we should have got with them and did our cooking thing. You had told them. Remember we were going to do
Yeah, no, I do remember.
Yeah.
But they're on a cruise. They can't do
Oh.
the cooking.
Well, okay.
Still on the cruise. He's just looking for ways to get out of it. Plus, all he cooks now is steak and burgers
and eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah,
occasionally a chicken.
Yeah. Big shout out. Yeah, every once in a while, Sundays, I usually put chicken thighs in the oven, turn the oven on so it cooks while I go do a live. So when Miss 2.0 gets home, she can have chicken thighs. And I usually go eat 3 of them, eat the skin and everything. Yum. What? It's nearly $10 a gallon in England?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Maria says $2.91. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. $2.91. Yeah, for some reason I haven't seen it any lower, and then I got out this way, and then it was back up to $3.49. I think is what I had it for last. Oh, Richard, what was that? Let's see. If you don't have the Gas Buddy app, you need to get it. Oh, definitely. Gas Buddy. I'll have to put that
Do
in.
you have that?
No.
No, it's a good app.
Is it?
Yeah, it kind of lets you know nearby where the cheapest gas
Okay.
is.
I'll have to get that on my phone. Gas
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, you're right, Maria. I've seen that happen here too.
Yeah, 30 to 40 cents overnight. Yeah. That is crazy. $10 a gallon. My gosh.
Yep.
Says Dixie Cup. That's crazy. That would make for a, because my tank, if I'm like just a breath over empty, it'll take 16, almost 17 gallons. I think it's only a 16-gallon tank, but it fills up.
Yeah, that's about right. Mine's about that.
Yeah. And I think the most I get is maybe about coming across, I think 13. The one stop I had 13 gallons. But when you're driving out 70, like Kansas and all those, the exits are so far apart, and just drive, and then there's an exit or a rest area, but no gas at rest areas. No, but I did sleep at a rest area outside of Oakley, and then got up in the morning and then drove to Oakley, and that's where, because I was there Wednesday overnight, so Thursday, because today's Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So just so everybody knows, when I invited him out here and I said, hey, he's trying to figure out how to get out here. I said, if you leave on Friday, that's 10 hours. Saturday, 10 hours. And then it's going to be 4 to 6 hours on Sunday. And you can be here on Sunday, which
was the plan.
Yeah. And next thing I know, he's like 4 hours away on Wednesday. Or Thursday.
Yeah, well, Thursday morning. Yeah. Well,
so apparently he didn't leave on Friday.
No.
I mean, even if you left on Thursday, still.
Right. Well, it gave me a chance to just relax, acclimate to the higher elevation. Because in Oakley, I was at 4,000 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mount Sunflower.
Mount Sunflower was a cool spot. Yeah. So you guys are going to see that video Thursday. Mount Sunflower.
Ooh, look forward to it.
Is part of the video. So that's the end of the video is Mount Sunflower. But and it's really cool spot. And so Kyle told me about Atlas Obscurities, which is an app. And when I was out visiting him when he was in Pennsylvania. He was at a KO campground out around State College, and I drove out to see him the day before I went to hang Maha. And he said, "Hey, do you have this app?" It just, it's called Atlas Obscurities. So I downloaded it, and one of the things he was showing me on there, it's like if you type in like things to do around the area on regular, the internet, it'll bring you, top 10 things to do in your area, and everybody does that. Oh, you nestle in my hand to pet you. Oh, Ruffy Ruff. She actually nosed my hand to pet her.
Yeah, she likes to. Yeah, Kyle, it's Atlas Obscura.
Atlas Obscura,
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's.
So and what it does is it shows you off the beaten path stuff. I guess it would be obscure stuff.
Obscure Atlas.
Right.
Yes.
So it would be just things that most people wouldn't go look at, or that isn't a big tourist draw for the area. So
it's oddball stuff.
Oddball stuff.
Like the world's biggest ball of yarn, or the barbed wire fence museum, or
that was actually the barbed wire fence museum on 66.
I'm not saying that it's not worth going to these things, but they're not like Disneyland or big name stuff.
Right.
These are cool things to go check out.
Yeah. Because not too far from here I was going to go check it out. Is the paint
pots. Paint pot mines. Paint pot mines.
Paint pot mine.
They're just up the road from here.
Yeah, so I was going to go do that and just kill some time because I was looking for things to do. But I decided not to stop there. And
paint pot.
But I did read about it. Dog and squirrel are the same thing. Emma Brown. Yeah, so I read up about it. So anyhow, when you click on that app, it'll be little bubbles will pop up, and you can click on it. It might be, I think up in that area, when I first uploaded it, there's like caged grave site, where there's like a grave site and it has a cage around it. I remember seeing that the Wandering Woodsman did a video of that. But anyhow, check the app out. It's a really cool app to find out things that are not find out about maybe some cool stuff that's off the beaten path that's around your area. But the paint pot mine,
I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Is a 3 mile, kind of like you said, cloverleaf walk.
Yeah.
But it's got hoodoos in it. They said on the app.
Yeah.
Hoodoos.
Yeah.
That's right word. All right. So hoodoos, like you'd see in the Badlands, stuff like that. But it's where they said that Native Americans would go over 9,000 years ago to get different colored clay.
It's where they buy their paint.
9,000
years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
They would get the clay to get the paint. They would do like paint their horses and stuff. Anyhow, off the subject. Squirrel. This is like squirrel alert. All right. So let's see. Any more questions there? Let's see. Oh, you got it on military time here. I'm looking up to see what time it is.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I only spent 45 years in the military.
Right. So which that's where you did a lot of piloting, right?
Yep.
Flew planes in there, and then flown outside of the Navy with planes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a picture on his wall over there, and I see it's a hang glider. I said, "Hey, is that the picture of you in a hang glider?" He said, "Yep." It's a picture of you hang gliding over there. Very cool. did that in Tennessee.
Tennessee, Lookout Mountain.
Lookout
Off
Mountain.
of there. That's the ramp at Lookout Mountain. Pictures taken from. Uh-oh.
What's that, darling? Good. What are those?
I don't know. She's.
There's a whole line of them.
Yeah.
I laugh out loud. Ooh, lots of hearts going up on the side. So thanks, guys, for all the hearts. And don't forget to hit that like button. So the idea is that we're going to go do several camps, at least 2 camps, but we're also going to do a day trip up to Pikes Peak. That'll be tomorrow.
Yep.
And
Tomorrow's we're going to run up to Pikes Peak. Tony can look at stuff and we'll point things out. We'll figure out what else we're going to do. Tuesday, I wanted to take Tony climbing, but he says he doesn't want to go.
I didn't bring my climb bell or my shoes, but you said we can rent them.
I can rent them.
I actually don't want to go climbing again until I can take this 2.0. Yeah. Because she
take him
loves
climbing.
to climb. Loves to climb. Just don't know how much I can hang on with this hand.
Well, if Darlene
supposed
had
to-
anything to do with it, she'd say, you go climb and exercise that hand,
Right?
you rapscallion.
It's 2010 there. Oh, that's
easy,
military time too.
Oh, she just ate a little fast.
Hmm.
She's all right.
Good. Yeah. Her little snacks opened up. Oh, yeah, you got it. Good, good.
Good girl, Ruff.
I can't see what those are, darling, either. Is that mountain things?
Volcanoes,
Oh, volcanoes.
I think. I don't know. I'm looking at my little phone here. If I was on my... No, you keep it because you're reading the comments. It's the only way you're going to be able to read them. Somebody forgot to bring his laptop with him
Yeah.
to facilitate this. Oh, good night, Maria.
Oh, good night, Maria. Gas Y says gas $12 a gallon on the motorway.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What you call a highway.
Yeah, the M routes.
Man, if you got 10 miles to a gallon, you go 100 miles for $100.
Yes.
Quick math. Wow. So, and how many miles did I drive? I've driven 1,700 miles so far to get out here. But I did,
Night, Maria.
Oh, good night, Maria. So 1,700 miles. Wow, that $10 a gallon would be a lot. Well, $12. Yes, good night, Maria.
Yeah, everybody's leaving.
Oh,
They're
okay.
bored with us.
Yeah, Rick's going too. Good night, Rick. All right. Oh, good night. Yeah, Maria. Good night. Good night. Good night. All right.
I hope that came across.
She did it right towards your microphone.
She did do it right by the microphone.
That was rough. Not
Good job,
us.
Ruff.
Yeah. So the idea is, like I said, we're going to do that. We got a lot of planning to do yet for things, but for the most part, we're getting it nailed down and going to.
Yeah. No, we'll go up. We'll overnight with Ruff on Wednesday night. Come back. You'll be here in time for the premiere.
Yes.
My wife's coming back down, so she can watch Ruff, and then we're going to take off Friday morning and go actual hammock camping.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's going to be chilly because the one camp we're going to camp, that's 10,000.
Yeah, 10.
So that's 10,000. And like I said earlier today, it was -2 degrees at, I was going to say Mount Everest, but at what mountain is that again?
I don't know if that was actually correct.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think it was that cold?
I don't think it was that cold.
Yeah, that's
No.
cold. 'Cause that would have
No, I think that was bogus info.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not that cold.
Only
up
in
there.
Colorado. Have a great night and be careful camping. In the mountains. All right. Thank you, Leonard. All right. So Gene's got a question.
Yeah.
What is your hammock setup out there, Stitch?
I have a couple. I have a Superior Gear hammock. I have a Chameleon from Dutchware, but I also have a Dutchware Chameleon with a sewn-in quilt, which is new to me. So we're gonna try that out soon. And I think I got a netless from Dutchware as well, and a variety of insulation from different manufacturers. But
And so Wednesday, I'll be hammock camping, and you're gonna stay in the camper with
yeah, with Ruff. Yeah,
with Ruff.
she doesn't. Yeah, she can't handle the cold.
No.
So I got to keep her in the camper.
Yeah, she can't handle the heat either.
No, she can't handle the heat.
So she's got a window of comfortability. Ooh,
Yeah.
look at that word I spit out.
That was good.
Comfortability. Can't do it twice.
No camping in the snow, darling,
No,
because I think it'll melt. There was some snow up there in the high country
yeah.
last night, but it'll all be gone, fortunately.
You know what? If the cog, there's a cog live cam. So if you type in Pikes Peak live cam, you'll see a live cam of Pikes Peak, like in real time, because it's live.
That's right.
And I had a thought that actually, if I could bring it up on my phone and record it on my phone and see me on the live cam.
You could.
I could, couldn't I?
Yes, you could.
I could do the live cam and then
And
wait.
then you could take the phone and point it towards the camera, and you get infinite versions of yourself.
Which would be just too much.
That would have just,
Yeah,
it would blow up the interwebs.
that would be it's way squirreled out. All right, so we got let's see. Okay, we got this Stitch setup. Do you know what setup you're going to try to use on Friday?
Yeah, I'm gonna try the new Chameleon with the sewn-in underquilt, and then I'm gonna take my 3/4 quilt in case that doesn't quite pan out.
Yeah,
and I'll just slap it on if I need to. But I think it'll probably be fine.
yeah.
It's a 40-degree underquilt, so you kind of got to test them out. It's better to test them like next to your house, so you know what the temperature is, and you can go
Right.
run inside if it gets too much. But I'll figure it out. There's no need to fear.
Yeah, and I think we talked about you got elk burger.
Yeah, I do. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
You've got food that you need to use up first.
So I was at ZD
Meats.
MEATZ. So I stopped there, and Tim, I don't know if he's watching on here, but I stopped there and met him. He's the owner of right down the street from where I start the video out. In this video, I had no clue what I was going to do. I just like, I'm going to film something. And I talked to the lady at the cash register or doing the coffee. I said, hey, is there a grocery store around? Because I need to get some meat to cook because I'm carnivore. And she goes, oh, yeah, they have a little bit of meat down there. It's a small store. Well, she said it's a small store. I said, well, do they have meat? And she said, yes. So I said, good, because I'm carnivore. And then she said, hey, there's a stockyard butcher right down the street on the left. So as you're going towards town. So I decided to go there, and I was just going to go in and look at the meat, see what they had, and squirrel. And I end up going in there, met Tim and their crew, and I actually filmed. He said, yeah, you want to come back and see everything? So I actually went back and filmed. I ended up spending roughly 6 hours there. So that's why I camp on the side, not camp, but cook on the side of the road, out the road. But walking out the door, he's like, hey, here. And just blessed me with 2 ribeyes, 1 pound of regular hamburger, 1 pound of um, Wagyu hamburger, Wagyu, I said it right, Wagyu, and a dozen of eggs, brown eggs from his chickens. And he's like, he gave me his business card, and he said, if you're ever coming through the area, go. My family has a bed and breakfast not too far from there. You can, just let us know you're coming through, and you can stay out there. He said I could sleep out in the one field with the cows. I said that would be cool.
I don't know how good of a better breakfast it is where you have to sleep in the field with the cows.
Well, that's not the bed and breakfast part.
Oh,
yeah.
But okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pond, pool, pond's good for you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyhow,
We have a bed and breakfast, but you can sleep in the field with the cows.
Right. Right. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Well, he said if you wanted to do a car camp out in the field, you could do a car camp. He said, but he said if you don't mind cows coming around. I thought that would be cool to wake up in the morning with cows poking their head in the door. No, wouldn't be good. So I cook, and then there's not enough time. It's too dark, and I don't like driving when it's real dark, and I don't know where I'm going, especially on back roads. It's a good thing I didn't. So I go back to the rest area or the truck stop, and I end up sleeping there, and then I get up in the morning and we head out to Mount Sunflower in Sunflower County, Arkansas, Kansas. Almost said Arkansas.
You did.
Yeah. And once I got there, I'm like, there is no way I would have done this last night. There's no way. No way. Because when I got to a certain point in the road, road closed and it turned me off on this dirt road. In Kansas, there's a lot of dirt roads. Well, Colorado, there are too.
Yeah.
When you get off the main road or a town road out on the way in, it's all dirt. Tons of ranches. Man, I was getting hungry seeing all the cows in the field.
And you want to sleep with them now?
I'm 151 days. Yesterday was 151 days carnivore, and it's going good. Yeah. Do I got any questions there? Let's see.
Becca's leaving.
Oh,
thanks for coming by, Becca.
Yeah, thank you for coming by and stopping by. Oh, we do got a question there.
Probably because I'm just following
camping in the snow. No, you're fine. Stitch. Oh, Stitch. Next week we need a fire for campfire story, says Darlene.
Well, yeah, Darlene, it's still going back here behind Tony.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if y'all remember last year when I was out here,
move them to stoke it up though to get you to see it. But
yeah, last year when we were out here, we had. And I was going to bring my hat too, but I didn't want it to get crushed in the car.
It's all right. It's kind of out of season now. Anyway.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, the straw hat is. Everybody's wearing felt now.
Oh.
Well, they're going to. I don't know. You probably get away with it.
Yeah. So
I can loan you. I still have all those other ones if you want to put one on for.
Well, next Sunday, maybe I'll wear
a all right. Hat. I'll loan him one of my straw hats.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll loan him one of my felts.
Ooh.
You can't take that with you.
No.
Those are expensive.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Let's see. And people might want me to wear a hat next week because this week I went hatless. See all my white hair. Shiny, man. I'm blinding everybody on the.
Yeah. You were worried about
what's that big glow,
yeah.
Right? He's just reflecting so much light. That's my hair. Let's see. I missed a question. Let's see. Question. Okay. What's camping on Mount Rainier, Leonard says. Mount Rainier is in
Washington.
Washington State. When Lisa and I flew into Washington State, I had to go to a conference out there years ago, and she came along with me, and we flew in, and you could see Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier cherries, the big black cherries. Isn't there a cherry that's Rainier? Like a
Most likely.
Yeah.
There's a beer called that. Rainier beer.
Rainier beer.
Yeah. There's
Rainier
a lot of
beer.
things called Rainier out there.
Yeah. It's like a Bing cherry, but it's their own brand. It's grown near Mount Rainier. Okay.
Do I need the shirt again?
Yeah. No. Becca Wall says, "Good night, Tony." Oh, that's right. We said good night. Let's see. Great week. Love. God bless. Happy camping. Thank you, Becca. Laugh out loud. Emma says, every cow look like a steak. Yeah. So remember the old cartoons, like when people were stranded, they'd be looking over at the other person, and then all of a sudden they'd turn into something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look at him and they turn into a T-bone.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right, Mike. Yeah, Daniel, I'm gonna check it out. I've already hung it. I just haven't spent a night in it. That's the thing I wanted to try. And I think you'll like it. But if you do get one, you got to get the asymmetrical bug net with the spreader bar. That is key to making that. That is super sweet. So maybe Tony will film it and stuff like that, but I'll talk about it next Sunday.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
I'm
rig that
definitely
one
gonna
up.
film it. I'm gonna need some footage on our camp.
I'll
And,
rig it up.
Yeah, and that's the one you're gonna sleep in?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I got to check it out.
Yeah.
My other chameleon's fine. I know that works. I want to try this quilted one, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it works.
Yeah, that the chameleon, he just came out with that earlier this year.
No. Well, with the sewn in
With the sewn in, yeah.
Yeah, no, he talked to you about it at HangCon.
HangCon, yeah.
He said we got this new product. Yeah, and it's come out this year. I think I got number 23 because they're serialized. So I got number 23 of the for what that's worth. Right.
Yeah, so in that HangCon video, so he is Dutch is going to be
in the HangCon or the Maha?
Maha. So he's going to be hiking the Appalachian Trail, him and his daughter.
Yep.
So I know when I was there in the spring to the other Maha, I talked to his daughter, and she said she was finishing up school early so that they could leave. And then he mentioned it again. That's how I knew to say, hey,
she's going to finish up this semester, I think.
Yeah,
and
high school. Yeah.
Right. So she tried to knock out the rest of the whatever credits or whatever is required in high school nowadays.
Yeah, and then she'll, instead of,
they're fixing to leave in January, is what Dutch said. So
that's chilly. January's chilly.
Well,
because when we were at HangCon, I was trying to get to the Amicola Falls, and to film that.
Oh yeah,
they were saying it was so icy and snowy because I was going to go up and meet Daniel Hammock Mountain,
right,
and do a winter hang, up with him, and didn't get to do that.
Fortunately for Daniel, his truck broke, so he didn't have to go.
Yeah, because that would have been cold.
It was cold. Well, that was that bad weather system that was coming through.
Yeah, because I
mentioned that you should hang out in Florida for a few extra days just to wait for that to pass.
Lisa said don't drive, and I was like, okay. So I slept at Cracker Barrels for I think 4 different Cracker Barrels. Used my Planet Fitness twice. 2 different ones to go get showers and stuff. And by that time, Jay Wanders Out was coming down, and I met him at his campsite. He was just starting his Florida.
Yeah, he was on the Panhandle, I think, or something.
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that, Daniel.
What's that?
No, it was 9 degrees that night, he said.
Oh,
the night you guys were supposed to.
Yeah.
So it was only the hardy folks that showed up for it.
And I went, the lowest I've been is 18 and was freezing.
Well, it's only 9 less.
If I was freezing at 18.
That would be cold.
Yeah. And my hands, once they get cold, I have so much trouble operating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dixie Cup, that is so old. Yeah. I should film a bunch of videos and hang on to them until it gets real cold. And then go, oh, here's a video.
You could.
And then just go, or just go somewhere warm.
Yeah.
But everybody goes, oh, when are you doing winter camping? Yeah.
Well, I think the coldest it's been here since I've been here was minus 36 with the wind chill.
Ooh.
Here.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah. And the wood stove was going. So that's why I love a wood stove.
Yeah.
Because you get a blizzard or something, you can lose your power.
Yeah.
So having a wood stove is good. So yeah, I don't mind camping in the cold, but 9 degrees is right now. Yeah, my mind's not. I can't wrap my mind around that right now.
Right.
Give me a few more months and some cold temps, and I might.
Yeah, Homeless Santa says he loves camping in the cold. Homeless Santa, throw down there what the lowest temperature you've camped in, if you can think about it. Hi there, Tony. It's nice to see you, says Robert. How you doing, Robert Ferguson? So if you answer somebody, you may read their statement real quick.
Well, Kyle said when he was stationed in North Dakota, he had a minus 47 degree day with a wind chill of minus 63.
Oh,
but that makes sense up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that the Canadian Clipper ripping through. I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah. So Kyle was
I haven't seen it here.
Stationed in Anchorage, up around Anchorage there.
Well, here he was stationed in North Dakota. So was that Minot, Kyle? Why not Minot? The reasons to freezing? That's an inside joke for those.
Is it?
Well, yeah, anybody that's from out of Minot. That's if he was in Minot. Let's see if he answers.
Scott says,
a hammock hot tent. Yeah, Minot. Yep, says Kyle.
Yeah.
Why not Minot? Freezing's the reason.
Freezing's the reason. So Scott says, Tony, back in January in Alabama, it got down to 18, 19. Yeah, I remember that. And one of my concern was coming north is in the car. I didn't have my heater with me, I don't think, in the car. Just to make room, because going to Florida, I didn't have it. Because
your buddy heater thing, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to pick Stitch up and then throw his gear in there in the car. And then, so I didn't want to head into real cold if I couldn't make it north. But I did have the hot tent, but I wouldn't have known where to set it up. And I'd had to get wood and also cut it to length.
Your life is so hard sometimes.
It is, isn't it? -6 is really cold. Yeah, OCD says Dixie Cup. So Emma Brown's asking where. Old and Crackedated, -6. That was in Alabama, says Old and Crackedated. Freezing's the reason, like you said.
Yeah, Homeless Santa says low teens, but I also have a hammock hot tent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I had a hammock hot tent, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna that's one of the things that Daniel Hammock Mountain and I were talking about, because I had the hammock hot tent and the stove in the car down in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and I was gonna take that up, but I just wasn't sure because he did say that they delivered wood for the group, and I could have
Oh yeah. Yeah.
used that. But
Well,
I
you
don't-
would have needed it.
Oh yeah, because I don't think with my hammock. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have anything to go real cold. Yeah, because I used my puffy jacket, my top quilt. So even right now, like I was telling Stitches, I'm going to take my top quilt, my under quilt, but I'm going to use both of those under the hammock because it's supposed to be 40,
Yeah. I think it'll be down to 40.
40. So I may not need
It's
it.
actually not going to be that cold.
No.
But it'll be, yeah, I would plan for 40. Maybe less.
Emma Brown saying, Kyle, assume you were Air Force, right?
Yeah, mine not Air Force Base. So
We had a
good guess.
record of minus 25 2 different times, says old Brackety. Burn. Yep, I'm around 11 years. Oh, so there's a Kyle question. Can you see it better than I can?
Sure. Kyle's
a
asking,
little-
I know
yeah.
nothing about hammocks, but do they make an electric one that you can plug into a jackery or something while sleeping?
Hmm.
Don't give him ideas. I'm sure you can get an electric blanket and put it underneath you,
Yeah.
but most people do just perfectly fine with a good underquilt, top quilt combo.
And we were,
You stay just fine.
and you were showing, so Stitch was sharing with me today. Shug did a video, 7 years ago, about stacking underquilts,
Stacking
or top
underquilt,
quilts,
right,
stacking
yep.
your quilts to get them so you can be sub-zero weather as well. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, is stacking my underquilt, like putting my blanket later on, maybe not on this trip, but back home.
It's an interesting concept, though, Kyle. But I'll stick with my.
Yeah, especially if you're backpacking, Kyle, because
that jackery weighs a lot.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get that
tough
in there unless you had your vehicle close by and could plug it in.
Yeah, Shug does camp in really cold weather.
Yeah.
Daniel's mentioning.
Well, he goes to the what is that one?
Frozen butt
hang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
I don't know if it's in Wisconsin or Minnesota.
Okay.
I think that one's in. I don't remember. There's a bunch of
north.
Yeah.
Right. Dixie Cup electric hammock. That's an idea. Yeah. You can probably find one on Temu.
Yeah, most likely.
All right. Robert Bell says, Tony, question mark, do you watch Nicholas Green Outdoors cow camping this week? No, I didn't see he was cow camping. I didn't see that one. I've been busy, Robert. But I do
Minnesota. Okay.
Do see that he posts different. He's been doing some different stuff too, but I didn't see him cow camping. That would have been cool. You know what? I saw something one time that a guy used his hot stove and used dried cow dung for heating, for heat.
Yeah, no, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If it's dry.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good if it was wet.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of it's undigested grass. It's dried back out. So
yeah. So hey.
Uh-huh. Well, it's kind of what like peat is.
You're right.
So you can burn peat. It's not necessarily cow dung, but it's decomposed organic material. Yeah. You can also heat it with light a tire on fire and heat.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen Nicholas Green's yet. Very true, Minnesota. Okay. So we've been on for an hour and 39 minutes, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hour 39.
Hour 39. Just pulled that right out of the air. Right out of the top.
Yes.
Right out of the top left-hand corner.
It's got a counter going.
Yeah, I can't see the counter unless I look up there.
Actually, you have a counter on that. Yeah, it's an hour 40.
Yeah, hour and 40. 47 people watching. 42 people watching.
Yeah, they're leaving.
Yeah, that's because I didn't.
I think they don't enjoy having me on as much as just you doing your thing. So
No,
frankly,
I wouldn't be able to do this in on the road without being in the studio. No, it's because I can't put up a thumbnail and really advertise it with the pointing and stuff. That makes a
part of
difference.
it. Yeah,
Makes
I
a
guess. I
difference.
don't know. Should have brought that laptop, huh?
Well, it's actually I can't do it on the laptop.
Oh, you got to do it on your desktop.
Yeah.
All right.
To do the little fine stuff. It doesn't come up on my phone. I wish it would. You would be able to do it all on your phone. Either do all, but there's certain little settings you can't do. But now I can make a thumbnail from this and then post it after we end it.
Yeah.
Then it lets me change it.
Yeah.
But it's telling me that, and it just started doing that, saying there's too much megapixels or something. Costs over $4.99. What? Leonard says cost you over $4,996 for an electric hammock. Buffalo chips for heat in place of wood. Homesteaders, okay. Homesteaders used to use it. Oh, that is really cool. So when I was up at Mount Sunflower, there was a lot of dried ones up there.
Mhm.
It's in the middle of a pasture. He allows people to come up and look at it, but it's got a railroad spike welded sunflower, and there used to be more stuff up there at one time, but I guess it got vandalized years and years ago, is what I was reading. But they allow people to come up there and see the high point, travel to it. But there is a little lending library out there where you leave a book, take a book. And so there is one of those up there too. Yeah, so it's going to be a fun video, and I'll make that a premiere for Thursday. I just wasn't sure when I set it up the other morning whether or not what I'd be doing Thursday evening when that would normally premiere. So I'm going to get that set up and premiere it. That way it can be in the comments, talk about it in the comments. Say hi to everybody, because I can do that on my phone. Hello, 2.0 family. Hey, Anthony Price, how are you doing? So Anthony Price in the house. Let's see. Old and cracking dated. This is should I read it? I've used cow chips when camping in a pasture without any wood. There you go. So I guess that is a thing. I call them cow patties, and everybody calls them cow chips. No salsa.
Buffalo chips.
Oh, buffalo
cow
chips.
chips. You can call them patties if you want. Call them whatever you want.
Call them just don't call me late for dinner. You can get an electric sleeping bag. Oh, okay, on Temu for $25. I don't think it would I would trust it. Yeah. So there's a little line across the bottom here that I can't read at all. All right. So road apples, says Dixie Cup. Yeah. All right. Well, so we got Anthony Price says, hello, Stitch.
Howdy, Anthony Price. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by.
It smells like steak that's red.
I've activated something poor, bad. Let me get rid of it. Stop it.
Emma Brown says Dixie Cup, that's what we call horse droppings. All right. Well, so because we got a lot of stuff to do, things like that.
And there's not many people left watching.
No, because we said goodnight a couple times. All right. Well, until next time, we got to hit that little button way over there.
I can get it.
So I want to say goodnight, everyone. Good night. Thanks for joining us.
Grave digger.
Oh, hey, Grave Digger just popped in. So we are going to do quite a few things this week, and we will see you next Sunday. Yeah, might go live or not live. Probably do a members only video when we get somewhere. Just for like 1 or 2 minutes, we'll say hi to everybody. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Thanks for praying for the travels, and we'll see you on the next one.